Hey, SMFC, really good to be with you guys again, sharing some thoughts about our live stream for tonight and about the verse that we're going to be talking about. But first, I want to show you I'm back in my office, which is really nice. There's a little bit of sense of normalcy there, being back in the office instead of being home all day long. So I hope some of that's returning for y'all too. I hope you're able to have some normal things start returning into your life. And, regardless of where you're at with your family on, are things still being taken safe? Is there some venturing out to be done? We just want you to know that we love you and we miss you. We're ready to be with you guys again when that's possible. We're brainstorming so many ideas right now that we can do that are in line with what our elders have asked, in line with state and local guidelines. And our interns, for instance, right now are reaching out to you guys. They're going to be texting and calling. They're going to be posting on Instagram and our social media pages, asking if any of y'all would be willing to go for a picnic in the park or go grab coffee in small groups, just to be able to hang out with you guys, get to know you, be intentional with you. So if you see any of that, make sure to respond to them if they reach out to you. They'd love to hear from you, love to be able to start hanging out with you guys for the summer. So I want to talk to you a little bit about our verse for tonight. It's Proverbs 15:1, and it says that a harsh word stirs up wrath, but a gentle word turns away anger. Now, we have a lot of different things going on in our country right now, and I won't dive into that a ton, just because I want to respect where different families are on that conversation, and I want families to be the main source of that conversation right now. But what I will say is there's a lot of harsh words being thrown around in a lot of different avenues and a lot of different venues. But there's also a lot of gentleness that's happening towards other people, a lot of reconciliation that's coming together of realizing there are people in this country that feel like they are not equal. And there are people in this country that are not equal on a lot of different levels. And this is a time where we're saying that's not okay, and we're coming to a place where we're having gentle words for each other and saying, because you're another human being, and especially as Christians, we're saying because you are created in the image of God, you have inherent value and worth as a person. And that's the gentleness that I'm loving seeing coming out of this. Those are the gentle words that I think are at the center of where God would have us be, is that everyone, regardless of where they grew up, how they grew up, the color of their skin, everyone is created in the image of God and therefore have intrinsic value and worth because of that. So what I have to say about Proverbs 15:1 and where we're kind of going tonight for our live stream is that this is a time to listen. And I'm sure y'all have heard that a lot lately, that we need to be listening. We need to be opening our hearts and listening to other people. That is true. We absolutely need to be listening. What's even more true is we need to be listening to the Holy Spirit. We need to be sitting intentionally before God and asking, what are the words that you want me to say? And those words may be words to people that are in your family, people that that are your friends, whether you need to have confrontation with people or whether you need to speak kinder to people. The only way that we're going to know what we need to do and how we need to approach conversations with each other and conversations that may or may not be comfortable is to sit with the Holy Spirit and ask Him to guide us and direct us. We're going to be talking a lot more about this on our Wednesday night live stream, and I'm really excited for that. But I can't stress enough how good it's been in my life to know that I have a source that I can go to when I have no idea what to say. I have no idea how to act. I have a default way that I want to react to somebody that has frustrated me, or a default way that I want to act just to keep the peace in a relationship that I've had. But it's so good to go to the Holy Spirit, to sit intentionally and ask Him to show me what I need to say and how I need to say it. He has the strength for that. I don't. Plain and simple. I don't have what it takes inside of me to make sure that I'm using my words correctly, to make sure that I'm focused on being gentle and not being harsh for harshness sake, to make sure that I have the confidence to speak up and say truth, even if it's going to be taken as harsh. I don't have any of that ability or power within me, but Christ has that. Christ in me can do that. Christ in me can decipher what's needed for each conversation. So my encouragement to you is to sit with the Lord on that. If there's a conversation that you've been wanting to have with somebody, go sit with the Lord first. If there's a response to something that somebody says and you're just feeling this gut response that you need to say it right away, notice that. Go sit with the Lord and say, this is what I want to say. Is it what you would have me say? And I can guarantee you that's going to be a much more fruitful exercise than what our default would be, whether that's to just say a kind word so that we can avoid confrontation, or to say a harsh word just because it's what we feel. Going and sitting with the Lord is going to be a much better exercise. A, it's going to draw you closer to Him. B, He is going to give you a roadmap for how to approach those conversations and how to maintain relationship with people in them. We're going to talk a lot more about this for our live stream tonight. Again, we love you. So ready to be back with you. And we're praying for you every day. You guys have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week.